Alright then, today we are going to discuss about 2021 October P1 paper. So let's go with the first question. So I hope you can see well on the board. If it's not clear, let me know. So okay, first question. How do you integrate? It's an integration question. So 12. How to integrate? 12 x to the power 4 divided by 4 because you add 1 to the power. Okay. Plus, here what do? This can be written as 1 over 6 x to the power minus half. Why do I put minus half? Because in the denominator it's power half. So if you take it up, it's minus half. Minus 3 over 2 x to the power minus 4. So if you integrate this, what happens? Minus half plus 1 is how much? What's minus half plus 1? Nilen? Minus half plus 1 is positive half, right? Divided by half. Minus 3 over 2 x to the power minus 4 plus 1 minus 3 divided by 3 plus c. So if you solve this out, what do you get then? This becomes 1 3 3 x to the power 4 and you multiply by 2 both top and bottom. What do you get? Plus 1 over 3 x to the power half plus what? 3 and 3 get cancelled now. 1 over 2 x to the power minus 3 plus c. Anyone here has doubts with this question? Anyone has doubts? You can ask questions, unmute and talk. Ramika? And there's a new student, Adi. You have any doubts? You can talk, okay? You can ask any question. So this is no doubts. So let's go move on to the second. Alright, second question. A curve has an equation of y equals x to the power 5 plus 4x cubed minus x plus 5. The point P and Q lies on the curve. They say P and Q lies on the curve. Then the gradient of the curve at P and Q is 2. Find the x-coordinate of P and Q. So how do you do? Differentiate this. You know that if you differentiate it, you get the gradient. So how do you differentiate? dy over dx. What is it? Easy, no? 5 times 3, 15. 15 x to the power 4 plus 4 times 3, 12. 12 x to the power 2 minus 1 plus 5. No, you don't put plus 5, right? Numbers don't come for the differential, right? Okay, so they say this is 2. So then you simplify it. 15 x to the power 4 plus 12 x squared. I'm taking the 2 to other side. Minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3 equals 0. Now how do you solve this? Anyone has any idea? Let y is equal to x to the power 2 or x equals y to the power 2. So 15 y squared plus 12 y minus 3 equals 0. Okay, you can divide by 3 if you want. 5y squared plus 4y minus 1 equals 0. So what are the factors for minus 5? 5 and 1. And this is plus, this is minus. I hope you know how to factorize. I'll do from the beginning and show you. So 5y you take it out, y plus 1, you take minus 1 out, y plus 1 equals 0. So then you can take 5y minus 1 as 1 bracket and y plus 1 as 1 bracket. So y is equal to 1 over 5 is one answer, and other answer is y equals minus 1. But what did you take y as? You took y as x squared, right? Here. So then what do you do? X squared is equal to 1 over 5. That's one question. And x squared is equal to minus 1. Can you do this? Can or not? You can't solve it. Why? You know that x square, if you root it, minus root is not possible. You haven't learned anything called O level. Edexcel always doesn't, A level doesn't have something called imaginary terms. So that part you can't solve. What do you get here then? Root 1 over 5. And you get two answers. Why? When you root it, what do you get? Two answers. So plus minus 1 over 5. Did you understand or not? So P and Q can be those two. Any questions? That's not possible to see. So it's plus minus 1 over 5 answer. Why? Because I just rooted 1 over 5. You get both answers now, plus or minus. So this x, P and Q x coordinate can be what? Plus or minus root 1 over 5. Got it or not? Ramika, if you have questions, can ask Nilen and Hadith. Yes, Hadith, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, you can ask. Okay, don't be silent because you are the fellow who's gonna face the exam. So you can ask any question, even maybe related to it or not, doesn't matter. Okay, shall I move on to the next day? So that's how you find the x coordinate of P and Q, because they have already given gradient is 2. So I just equated dy over dx to 2 and solve the expression. Alright, no doubts. So let's move on to the next. Third question. So third question is gonna be about what? Let me make it larger. You won't see that. Alright. So in the third question, the figure 1 shows a sketch of C and the straight line L. The infinite region R shown in shaded region is given. L has a gradient of 3. So L is where? This. So here the gradient is 3. That's done. C has an equation of y equals x squared minus 50. 2x squared minus 50. L and C and L intersect at negative x coordinate. Okay, that's this place. Use the inequalities, define the region R. Easy. First thing is, I need to find what? I know the equation of this U shape. There's a A part, right? I forgot to do that first part. Can you see there's a part in the top? So how do you solve that? 3 over x larger than 4. So I'll take x to other side. 3 over 4 larger than x. Is that? Is it the way? Is that the way I'm asking? Is that the way to solve it? You can multiply this side and this side by what?
X.
X. Then what do you get? 3x over x equals 4x. Then 3x not equal, this sign is there. 4x squared. I know you will say just cut this. So I'll show you why I'm not doing that. So here I can take the two terms to one side. 4x squared minus 3x. X is taken out. What do you get? 4x minus 3. So you get x equals 0, one answer. Other answer is x equals 3 over 4. So how do you get the limits? X is above 0, less than 3 over 4. If you do the method other way, you only get one term. So 0 and 3 over 4, both you have to get. Okay, they're asking to solve it. Okay or not? So that's the answer for the A part. Now we are coming to the B part of the question. They have given you the equation of the u and the straight line. So how do you find this place of intersection? It's simultaneous, right? If you know the two equations, what do? Just what? They have given that y is equal to 2x squared minus 50. Okay. Then the L1 line have they given? No, they have given L1 has a gradient of 3. So if it has a gradient of 3, you know that this line cutting this place will also have a gradient of 3, right? So I can get dy over dx equals 2x squared minus 50. So this is going to be what? 3 equals 2x squared minus 50. So 3 plus 50 divided by 2 equals x squared. So you root it. X equals what then? Root 53 divided by 3. Is that the answer? But they are asking you to find the intersection point only. Do they give any other details for you to? Gradient is 3, equation of straight line, C intersects. That's it. How to do that? Remember this equation? I'm using that. X is unknown, so this value is unknown. So I'm putting x. And what is x naught? Do they give one coordinate? Have they given any coordinate in the question? No. Oh yes. Elaine, is there any coordinate in the question?
They're given the intersect for equation C, I think, negative 50. Is there a coordinate?
Okay, that's the thing. I haven't taken that into account in the question. So let's check. I uploaded the paper. This is question number. This gradient is given, and what else they have given? Yes. So how do you take that? Because you know the U-shaped graph cuts the x-axis at this place, right? How do you find the coordinates of that place? I can get the coordinate. That's how I am gonna do this question. Say me how to get that coordinate. So you just
By
equal
completing square.
Just equal it to 0, right? That's the way, no? Is that? I want to get this coordinate because I know the gradient of L. I want to write the equation for L. So U-shaped graph, we know we can find the place where x-axis cut because y will be 0. Okay, then 50 divided by 2 equals x squared. You root it, x equals plus minus 5. So this is minus 5 and the other one is plus 5. Do you understand that or not? Anyone has doubts with that? How I got the two coordinates? So what is the coordinate there? Yeah. What is it? Doubt? Yes, you have a doubt? Ask.
No, sir.
No? Okay.
No, sir.
So this coordinate is going to be minus 5 comma 0. Now I'm going to write the equation for L. L is going to be y equals mx is what? Okay, I'll write that other way. Y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. So y minus 0 equals m is given no? 3. X minus 5. Minus 5 is plus 5, right? Because minus 5. Let me write it into y. So y is equal to minus 3x minus 15. So this is the L1 equation. Any questions with that? L1 equation again, because we found the coordinate of here. Now is the question which always comes. They ask you to find the region which is being colored. So When you do that, can you see it's below the U shape? In the last paper also you had specifically the same kind of question. So it's going to be what then? Y is less than or equals, it's below what? 2x squared minus 50. That's one equation that defines the R region. Other one is it's above the straight line. It's above. So y is larger than or equals minus 3x minus 50. That's the second equation. What else? If I draw a line here, what's that? X is less than minus 5. I don't equal because there's no line on there. I just put a line onto there to show that the region of colored is in this side. So it's smaller than. So these three equations need to be written to get 3 marks for the last question. Any questions? Ramika, Milan, and Adit.
No questions, sir.
Hope everything is clear
No,
for
sir.
you. Let's go into the next, fourth one. So fourth question is
Sir, can
basically,
you explain how you got the
yeah, which one? How I got what?
Sir, can you explain how you got the equation for L?
For what? Why the? This one, the straight line.
Uh, e-
Which equation?
equation for L.
L. I just, they have given the U-shaped graph now. Let y be 0 and find the coordinate of intersection of
Yeah.
x coordinate. I got minus 5 and 5. After that, you know one coordinate where L1 also cuts. That's going to be minus 5 comma 0. This coordinate is cutting L1, right? So then I wrote y minus y1 m bracket x minus x1 or y plus mx plus c. Both are correct. So instead of y and x, you put those coordinates. And what is m? They give in the question that gradient of L is 3. Understood? So gradient of L is 3 now, so it's 3 here. And I put those two coordinates here and form the equation. Any questions? Which part is not clear for you? You can ask. Which class? From where is it not clear how to form the equation?
No, sir. Got it.
Okay. After that, that's the L1 equation.
No, I don't. I couldn't see what equation that was.
That's the equation of L1. Yeah. So I take a red and next this line. Because that line cuts the x-axis. At that place where the U-shaped curve also cuts the x-axis. Can you understand? This place. So that's why
Yes,
I
sir.
took the
Got it.
same point. Alright, next one. Next question is going to be sine graph. How many of you all did this? How many tried? None. Okay. So how do you do this question? Here they have given the graph. Let me make it large. Okay. Figure 2 shows the sketch of a curve with equation y equals fx, where fx is cos 2x is equal to cos 2x is given. Q is a point k and 0. Okay. First thing I would say, recommend you is draw the normal cos graph. Say me what is the, let's add that. So what's the, when it's 0, this is in reds. They haven't said anything like that, right? It's in degrees. So 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. Can someone say, when cos, what is cos 0? Type it in the calendar and say. I'm trying to draw the normal cos graph. What's cos 0? 1, right? Cos 90?
1.
Cos 90 is what?
0.
So I just marked it like that, and then I'm gonna draw the nice curve. It's actually gonna come like this, go like this, and go up like that. Okay. Now that's the y equals cos x. Anyone has doubts with how to draw y equals cos x? Now only I'm gonna explain why what is gonna happen in this case. So here it's cos 2x. So what's gonna happen? From all x values you divide it by 2. So 90 becomes 45. Now this time at 45 it becomes 0. 180 becomes divided by 2 is here it becomes 0. 270 divided by 2 is what? What's 270 divided by 2? 135. So 135 is where? There's 135. It's below here, right? Somewhere here it becomes 0. So 0 divided by 2 is anyways same place. So what is going to happen to your graph? It's going to go something like this. So at 360 it became 1. So in this case it becomes at 180. So it's a graph something like this. Do you understand or no? Just compressed from the x-axis. Got it? Because you divide all x values by 2. When you have cos 2x, you divide all x values you had, y is constant, all x values by 2. Okay. Now say me, what is this coordinate? Q. What's the first coordinate of where I cut for cos 2x? 90, what? Minus 1. Anyone has questions? Any questions, Ramika? You don't need to even draw that thing. You can deduce from the cos graph also. Why? Normal the green graph you can see, right? Where is the first place where the minimum is? It's 180 comma minus 1. That is for y equals cos x. But if it is y equals cos 2x, where is it gonna be? You know that you have to divide all x coordinates by 2. So 180 divided by 2 is 90. Do you understand? That's the q coordinate. Any questions? So q coordinate is what? 90 comma minus 1. Any questions? If you have, ask us. Elaine, Adit and Ramika, any questions? Okay with this graph questions? No doubts then? I'll move on to the second part. So there's a k. They're asking what is this k? How do you find? Okay. To find the k, can you see this graph goes like this? At 360 only it becomes 1. So second point is at 360 for y equals cos x. So for y equals cos x, second top place is 360 comma 1 for cos x. So y equals cos 2x, what is it gonna be? Ramika, say me. 2x na මොකක්ද දෙන්නේ මේකේ? You divide this by 2, right? So what is it?
180 comma 1.
So y doesn't change, so it's 180 comma 1. Okay, or no? In the but is it correct? Is my question. Just type cos 3 is 60 and check what you get. Cos 3 is 60 is 1. In this case it becomes divided by 2. And they are asking k. The point Q and the point R lies on R. R is k. Where is R? I got this point, okay? This is gonna be 180 comma. Sorry, yeah, 1. What is this? Here. Normally in cos x graph, where does it hit the 0? 360 plus 90 then. Cos 450, right? So this is at 450. Sorry. 450. Same is the coordinate of cos 2x for this place. What's going to be 450 divided by 2? What is that? 225 comma 0. So what is k? They say no, k 0. What's that? 225. Any questions? Ramika, you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. So let's go for the next question. Let me make it a bit. Let's pick it up. Alright. Given that there is exactly two solutions in the equation y equals 2x equals p between these two ranges. Find the range of value of p. So how do you find? How to find the range of value of p? You know, if you have a curve like this, where you will get only one point if a line goes like this, 2 points if a line goes like this, 2 points if a line goes like this, 3 points if a line goes like this, and another 2 points if a line goes exactly on those 1. Here it's -1, it's 1 point, and anything above, so where should p be to have two solutions? P should be what? It should be, can you see here it's 2, here it's 2. It should be above -1, so it should be larger than -1, smaller than 0. That is one place where we can have a value. And what is it other one? It can be what? P is equal to 1. Why do I say like that? Because can you see, when it is 1 here and here, there are two places it comes. But if it is less than 1, more than 0, there is 3 places. If it is equal to 0, there is 3 places. If it's below 0, there is only 2, but more than -1, smaller than -1, you won't have any. Got it? So what's your answer going to be then? P equals 1 and P is between 0 and -1. Got it or not? Any questions?
Got it, sir.
Okay. So let's move on to the next. Hope everyone is okay with that. 5th question. It's about the equation 3y minus 2x equals 30. The line L2 passes through A 24 and 0 and is perpendicular to L1. Let's get the gradient of this equation. You divide by 3 all. I just took 2x to other side and then divided by 3. So what's the gradient? 2 over 3. So if it is perpendicular, what is the equation? Do you know this? m1 into m2 equals -1. So one of the gradient is known. That's going to be 2 over 3 into m2. So if there's a line and it's a perpendicular, this is m1, m2. When you multiply the two gradients, they're going to be equal to -1. So I'm finding the perpendicular gradient. -1 into 3 divided by 2. -3 over 2. Then I can write, using algebra, show that working coordinate of P. So they say, they're asking L2. So L2 passes through A. So I can write y equals mx minus 3 over 2x plus c. What are the coordinates? L2 passes. They give, it's y 0, x is 24. So what is going to be the 30? This is 36 plus 36 when it goes to other side. So what's L2 equation? Y equals minus 3 over 2x plus 36. So this is the equation of L2. Okay. Using algebra, showing your working, find the coordinate of P. So easy. This is one equation. This is the other. Put it simultaneous. Why? They are asking L1 and L2 cutting. Meets at P. A is A is another place. There's something called, using your algebra, show you're working the coordinate of P. So P is what? No, they haven't said A is a place where they cut or place where L1 cuts. They haven't said anything like that. But they say P is the place where both of these lines cut. So I'm gonna substitute it here, simultaneous. So 3 bracket, instead of this y, I'm putting that term. Minus 3 over 2x plus 36 is minus 2x is equal to 30. So this is going to be minus 9 over 2x plus, what is 3 times 36? 108 minus 2x equals 30. So minus 1 minus 4.5 minus 2, it's minus 6.5. So minus 6.5 x is equal to 30 minus 108. Then x is equal to what? 30 minus 108 divided by minus 6.5. What's the answer? So x equals 12. But we are not still done. Why? You have a doubt? You can ask. So x is 12. What is y? Put it here. Green one karana. Y equals 2 times 2 over 3 into 12 plus 30 over 3 can 10. So 1, 4, 8 plus 10 can 18. So y is 18. So what's the p coordinate? 12, 18. Anyone has doubts? Nilayan and Hadith, Namika, you have any questions? How I got the p coordinate?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then let's go into the B part of the question. Given that L1 meets x-axis at B, find the area of, okay, L1. L1 can cover the first equation. So L1 cutting the x coordinate is at B. So let's keep the P written somewhere. P coordinate is 12 and then what you can do is, what's the coordinate of x-axis cutting? I mean B coordinate, what is it? How do you find B coordinate? For this equation y equals 2 over 3x L1, okay, plus 10, okay. X-axis cut now, y is 0, do you know that? Plus 10. So minus 10 into 3 equals 2x. So minus 30 over 2 equals x. X equals minus 15. So minus 15 comma 0 is B. Okay. Alright. So B is also known. P is also known. A is also known. Now I'm gonna sketch a small number line, I mean a graph Cartesian plane to explain you this question. Okay, so this is x-axis. This should be a straight line. Okay, this is x and this is y. So where is A? A is 24 comma 0. So 24 comma 0 is somewhere here. A. Okay. Next, where is this is A? If you can't see. Okay, where is B? Minus 15 comma 0. B is gonna be minus 15 comma 0. That's P. Okay. Then where is P? P is at 12. 12 is somewhere here and 18. So P is somewhere here and that is 12 comma 18. I'm just gonna draw a triangle. How do you find area? Can someone suggest? Get the distance between these two. What is it? 24 plus 15. Why don't I take signs? Because gap from here to here is going to be what? Gap from here to here is going to be what? Here to here is 15. We don't take the sign. So 15 plus this gap is 0 to here 24. So 15 plus 24 is how much?
39.
39. Okay. What's the height? Oh, nah. The height actually. Half into base into height done then. What is the height? Perpendicular height. 18. Why do I take 18? Can someone explain? Because from here to the highest most point is 18. Why? Doesn't. How do you find area? Easy. What is area? Area equals half into base is what? 39 into height is what? 18. 1, 9. What is 39 times 9?
Uh,
39 times 9.
351.
Yes, exactly the answer. Got it or not? Is there anyone who don't understand how I did these things and got these coordinates? Anyone? And how I found the area? I explained it in the most easiest way by drawing also. Sometimes you don't need to draw to get the area. Any questions? Ramika,
So,
Nalini, yeah.
if the base of the triangle was not on the x,
Then you have to get either the distance and use cosine rule and either sine rule half into AB sine C. You can use if you know the angle.
uh,
If it is you are
okay,
saying if these two are not in the same plane, එකම axis එකේ නැත්තම් එතකොට you can't use
yeah,
half into base into. Usually it should be in the
okay,
same plane, so it should make 90.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Next one. Sixth question. I hope everyone, people, it's all right? Nelly and Hadi?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Sixth one. Sixth one, they are asking us to
Yes.
sketch the graph. Okay. No doubts, right?
No, sir.
So how do you sketch? Ekat lazy. How to sketch? මේක හැම එකම බිඳුවට equal කරන්න. x plus 1 බිඳුවට equal කරන්න කියලා. x equals minus 1 එක. අනිත් එක x minus 3 0 වලට equal කරාම x equals 3. 2 0 වලට equal කරාම it's 0. So what are the points? And when x is 0, what is it? 2 brackets 0 plus 1 times 0 minus 3 square. So this is going to be 9 times 1 times 2. It's 18. So x is 0 now 18. That's one coordinate. When you equal each bracket to 0, you get what? Plus 3 and minus 1. Okay, how do you draw? Can you say me whether it's a x cube, positive x cube graph or negative x cube graph? මෙහෙම යන එකක්ද නැත්නම් මෙහෙම යන එකක්ද? Aද Bද?
Positive x cube.
So is it A or B? Positive x cube.
A.
Good. I hope others are okay. So it's A. So how do you draw? මෙහෙම උඩට ගියා. මෙහෙම turn වුණා උඩට. Okay. All right. Next, B part. Write fx in the format of that. You have to expand. How do you expand? අරේව මං කෙලිම expand කරලා ලියනවා. Because x minus 3 square is what? 6x plus 9 නේ. Because you know how to expand x minus 3 නේ. මේ වගේ brackets එකක් ලියලා expand කරන්න. එතකොට එන්නේ මේක. Then I can write this as 2x plus 2. ඊට පස්සේ අරයගෙන් expand කරන්න ඒක. 2x into this 2x cube, 2x into this minus 12x square, 2x into this plus 18x, this into this plus 2x square, this into this minus 12x, this into this plus 18, then 2x cube minus 10x squared plus 6x plus 18. Okay. Any questions? That's gonna be the format they ask in the B part. You get 3 marks after expanding. Hence, find the equation of the tangent with x equals 1 over 3. How do you find? fx දන්නවනේ මේ තමයි fx graph එක. So tangent 1 over 3 නම් how do you find x? So find the equation of the tangent c x equals 1 over 3. So find f inverse x. So what is f inverse x? 6x squared minus 20x plus 6. So what is the gradient when it is 1 over 3? 6 times 1 over 3 squared minus 20 into 1 over 3 plus 6. That answer is going to be what? What's the answer? You type it 1 over 9 0. Is it 0? Let me type. What's the answer? Yeah, 0. So gradient is 0, right? So what's when gradient is 0, how do you get the place where it cuts? Any idea? Now fx is 0. So gradient is 0. So y equals 0x plus c. Take one of the coordinates. So you can write y equals 0x plus c. x එක 1 over 3, y එක කොහමද හොයන්නේ? 1 over 3 වුණාම අපි දානවා මෙන්න මෙතනට. So මොකක්ද? To make it easy, I'll do it here and show you. x එක 1 over 3 වුණාම y හොයන්න තියෙන එච්චර. main equation එකද දා. fx that is y no. 2 bracket 1 over 3 plus 1 and 1 over 3 minus 3 squared. So what do you get when you expand it? You get 512 over 27. That's the y value. So then y වෙනුවට මොකක්ද දාන්නේ? You put 512 over 27 equals මෙයා 0 නේ c. So what's the equation of the line? Y equals x is not there. C එක විතරයි නේ. So it's a line which goes through the axis 512 over 27. Any questions? Any questions with that? You all have any questions?
Yes, sir.
Next one. What is that question, right? Is there a one part more? I think the background noise is different. Might be. Okay. So how do you do this question? Making the method clear. Design OC, okay, center OA, OC is 0.6. Let's write those values. OA, OC is 0.6. That means radius is 0.6. Just say AB, BC is 1.4. May 1.4. Then angle OA, OAB. Yeah, theta. No, sorry. AOC. No? AOC is theta. Angle OAB, OAB and OCB is 2 rads. Make a 2 rads. Make a 2 rads. Okay. How do you find that? A part show that theta is 1.64. I'm make a shortcut tech can. Then what rule are you going to use to find? since they both are congruent එක වගේම යන්නේ. ඉතින් මෙන්න මේ චූටි angle එක හොයාගත්තොත් ඒක into 2 කරොත් අපි මෙයාව x කියමුකෝ. මොකක්ද rule එක? But you are in what mode if you are doing this?
Red mode.
Yes. How do you do? Any idea? Can you use
Sine rule?
sine rule? Okay, sine rule use කරනවා නම් මෙයාගේ ඉස්සරහ එක දාන්නවා. මෙයාගේ ඉස්සරහ එක දාන්නේ නැහැ. Then how do you do? Sine rule and find OB, ne? Is that yes? How do you find OB? Because you can't use sine rule. There's one angle and the other angle is not known, its side is known. So you have to find OB anyhow. So 0.6 squared plus 1.4 squared minus 2 times 0.6 into 1.4 into cos අපි ගත්තේ 2 නේ. රැඩ් වලින් තියෙන හැබැයි මම මෙතන c කියලා දානවා. If not, if you are in the wrong mode you will make a mistake. කැල් එකේ රැඩ් mode ම තමයි type කරන්න ඕනේ because why? එන්න මේ cos කැල්ල තියෙන්නේ රැඩ් වල. Okay. So what do you get when you type this? OB is equal to 1.738. Once you know OB, 1.738. Now you can use what rule? Sine rule. Why? So sine x. Sine x over 1.4 equals sine 2, that's in red, C over 1.738. You understand? So I can multiply by 1.4 into 1.4. These two cancels off. Sin x equals this answer. Then make sure you are in red when you are typing this. Because why? Sin 2 is in red format. So what do you get then? X is equal to what?
0.733.
0.822 sin inverse කළාද? So sin inverse you can get sin x inverse. So 0.822.
Okay.
0.822 is the small part, but they are asking this whole thing. What is that? Multiplied by 2. එතකොට තමයි theta is equal to 1.64 කියලා එන්නේ. තේරෙනවද?
Yes.
Okay, that's the A part. Let's come with the B part. Find the perimeter of the sine. So perimeter, if you want to find, you know this whole angle. What is that? This whole angle is, we know, no? It's 1.64. What is this whole thing then? 2 pi minus 1.64. I thought මෙයාගේ arc length එක කීයද? How do you find? Perimeter I need, ne? So how do you find the arc length? So arc length is going to be what? L equals r theta. So r is going to be 0.6 into theta is 2 pi minus 1.64. What's the answer? I found that circular part, this part. So that's going to be how much?
2.7879.
Okay, this is the arc length. So මේ වගේ දෙකක් තියෙනවානේ perimeter එකට. So perimeter ඕනේ නම් මේක plus what?
1.4 into 2.
1.4 into 2. ඒ කියන්නේ 2.8 නේ. So what's the final answer you do? 5.6.
5.59.
So rounded is 2 significance කියලා කියන 1 mark for rounding. Okay, that's it with the B part then. Anyone has questions with B? These questions repeat in the same style. C1, find the area of the sine. So if you want the area, you know area of that this thing. So this answer I'll write it here, 5.6 meters. Then area හොයන්න ඕන නම් එන්න මේ circular part එකේ how do you get the area? Half into r is 0.6 squared into 2 pi minus 1.6. Understood? Half r square area equation එක ඉතින් මතක තියාගන්න ඕනේ එක්කර. ඔක තමයි use කරන්නේ. ඒක plus What? Then තමයි tricky part. It's not hard, but 2 into half into AB sin C. ඇයි මම එහෙම ගන්නේ? හේතුව තමයි මේක මෙහෙම එකක් කියලා ගන්න පුළුවන් නේ. This angle is 2 නේ. So you know either sides of these two. So half into AB. AB is going to be 0.6 into 1.4 into red welling ලියන්න ඕනේ මේක. Sin what? 2. මේ තමයි එක කෑල්ලක මෙන්න මේ කෑල්ලේ area එක. So there are two of them, no? That's why I multiplied it by 2. Any questions? So what's the answer? Whole answer. If there's anyone who doesn't understand what I did, you can ask questions. Any place which is not clear for you? Any place? So make your 2 2 කැපෙනවා. So the final answer is what for area? It's 1.6 meters square. Nilen, Ramika and Adit, do you have any doubts?
No, sir. All clear.
No, sir.
No, sir.
That's 4 4 8. හරියටම 10 marks question. Okay. As always, you have a intersection 1. How do you do? එක දීලා තියෙනවා. Okay. Maximum එක හොයන්න කියලා නේ. M is the maximum point C. මේ මොකද්ද? මේක දැක්කම ඔලුවට යන්නේ මොකද්ද? Okay, let me share the screen also. What comes to your head when you see this? A plus B bracket x plus C square cube. Completing square නේද? So කොහොමද මේ equation එක completing square කරන්නේ? මම ඒක ලියන්න minus x in the format of quadratic. කොහොමද completing square කරන්නේ? Take minus 3 out. X squared plus 3 වරක් 4x, because minus 3 into minus, and this is going to be minus 4 over 3, because when you multiply only it becomes what? It becomes plus 4. Okay, now keep that 3 out and do the completing square. X minus half of it, 2 squared, minus 2 squared, minus 4 over 3. Then get the answer of this part. Minus 4 over 3 is how much? Minus 16 over 3, ne? Then expand it. Minus 3. I don't expand the square. Plus 16. So you can write it in the format they ask. Take the 16 front and right. Any questions with that? How I got the question answer? Any questions? Now looking at this, can someone say what is the turning point? Because that is all enough to find the turning point. What is the turning point?
Two comma 16.
මෙයාගේ opposite sign එක මෙතන තියෙන 2, 16, same sign. Always if it's in the bracket, you take the opposite sign. So 2, 16. Okay. So that's the turning point. That means M. I think that's the next part they have asked. I have put it on the screen. So hence or otherwise find M. So 2, 16. ඊළඟ එක. The L1 passes through O and M. හරි. M එක අපි දන්නවනේ දැන් කීයද? 2, 16. O කියන්නේ 0 and 0. The line L2 touches C at parallel. Okay. The line L2 touches C and is parallel to L1. So what is the L1's gradient? Good question. If you know this is 0, 0, what's L1's gradient? Don't say you don't know the equation. here 16 minus 0 over 2 minus 0 8 nede. If it is parallel, L2's gradient is also what? 8. Do you understand or not? L2 will also have 8 has the gradient. Then if it's L2 has gradient 8, they say line L2 touches C and is parallel. What is C? What do you mean by C? Any idea? So we know that L2 should have equation y equals 8x plus, we don't know the C. I can write C or K or whatever. Okay. Now, since it has a gradient 8 and it cuts the curve, you can differentiate and equal it to 8, right? That means dy over dx of the curve is equal to what? 12 minus 6x. And I can equal it to 8. 8 equals 12 minus 6x. Then 6x equals 12 minus 8, that is going to be 4. X equals what then? 4 over 6, which is 2 over 3. So this is the x value. Do you need x actually? What is the question about? Find the equation of L2. We got the x value when the gradient is 8. Okay, that's fine. We found it now. So we found the x value when the gradient is 8. Now what is y value there? Y value, you can just put it to the equation. 4 plus 12 times 2 over 3 squared. What's it? 4 plus 8 minus 3 times 4 over 9. 1 and 3. 4 plus 8 minus 4 over 3. That's the answer. (32 over 3). That's the coordinate of, so 2 over 3 comma 32 over 3. Use this coordinate. That's the place where the curve cuts, L2 cuts the what? Curve C. So now you can write the equation. How do you write the equation? Y equals 8x plus C. Y and x is known. What is y? 32 over 3 equals 8 times 2 over 3 plus C. So what's C? 32 over 3 minus 16 over 3. So C is equal to 16 over 3. So what's the equation of L2? Y equals what? 8x plus 16 over 3. ඒක තමයි L2 එකේ equation එක. I'll recap again. They say in the question L2 is perpendicular to L1. ඒකෙන් අපි හොයාගත්ත gradient වෙන්න ඕනේ නම් L1 ගේ එකමයි කියන්නේ. That's one thing. Then after that I differentiated this and equal the differential to 8 and got the x value as 2 over 3. So if I know the x, that means somewhere 2 over 3, the L2 line also cuts. If I know the x, I substituted here and got the y. That was 32 over 3. Y and x is known. Y equals mx plus c දැම්ම. yx වලට ඒ values දෙක දැම්ම and found the c. Anyone has questions? That is gonna carry a lot of marks. 5. Any questions? Namika, Nilen and no? That's a good question and it will carry a lot of marks also. 5 plus 5 for the previous. Okay, shall I move on to the next day? 9th question. So in the 9th question they are asking for you to draw on another sketch. On the graph y equals f2x. So what will happen? You divide all x values by 2. t ව 2 වලින් බෙදුවම කීයද? 9 divided by 2 4.5. So 4.5 comma 3. මේ කෙලින්ම තියෙන එක 4.5 comma 3. So you can write 4.5 comma 3. Okay. Then your graph will go how? Blue ගන්න මේකට පෙන්නන්න. You have to draw in one shot, okay? I'm not. මේ y equals f2x. ඊළඟට fx plus 3. This same graph will go මෙයා 6 වෙනවනේ. y එකට 3ක් එකතු වෙනවනේ. ඒතර කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ? 9, මෙන්න මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. 9, 6. එතකොට you understand? Anyone has questions with that? Anyone has questions with drawing the two graphs?
No, sir.
B part. Show that the x coordinate of Q is the solution. Y equals f2x meets the graph of y equals 3x. So you have to show that the solutions will be like that. How do you show? So fx is given as root x. So you know what is f2x. f2x is going to be, what is it going to be? If you put 2 in the bracket, root 2x ne. So fx plus 3 කියන්නේ root 3 root fx, right? Yeah, root x plus 3. So you can equal the 2. Root x plus 3 is equal to root 2x. Then what do? You can, what can you do? How to solve? Root x, I am taking it out. Two minus 1 is 1. Sorry, it's gonna be root 2 minus 1. Root 1 is 1, so that's why I'm not writing. So then 3 over what do? You can rationalize this. Can you give me the rationalized answer? 3 over root 2 minus 1. What is it? You multiply by plus 1, remember? 3 plus 3 root. This can be written as 3 plus 3 root 2 equals root x. Now what do? To get x, you square both sides. So x is equal to what then? 3 plus 3 root 2 into 3 plus 3 root 2. 27 plus 27 plus what?
18.
18 root. They are asking it in a format. Make a video. They are asking to show name first party. And I'm methoding ever කරන්න. Make a method and a calling ever කරන්න. You don't solve it. So you get there root x is equal to 3 plus 3 root 2. Then you can take root x equals 3 එළියට ගත්තොත් මොකද වෙන්නේ? 1 plus root 2. එකම එනවනේ. එතනින් ඉවරයි. I'm doing the Q simplest one. Second part, how do? You solve it. When you solve it, you square both sides, rationalize and square both sides, then you get x equals 27 plus 18 root 2. But that's not done. That's x. How do you find y? Y equals y equals root, what's the x value? 27 plus 18 root 2. So what's the answer you get when you type that? 3 root 2 plus 6. So x is going to be 27 plus 18 root 2 and y is going to be 3 root 2 plus 6. Understood or not? Any questions? Because that's you have to get both x and y, not only x when you solve for Q. Q is a x coordinate. So when you solve for Q, you have to get both x and y. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, the last question of the paper. This is of course easy, no? And 7 marks, not that much off. How do you do? F dash x is given and a is a constant. F double dash is given and its x is 27. The curve passes through 1 and minus 8. Find a. If f double dash is given, what do you do? F dash again comma double dash can. It's gonna be a නේද මෙතන. So a අනිත් එක මොකක්ද? I'm gonna differentiate f dash x to f double dash. Okay, I'll just do from the beginning. හරි f dash දීලා තියෙන්නේ දැන්. එයා දීලා තියෙන්නේ ax minus 12 x to the power 1 over 3. What is f double dash? Can you say? A plus minus 4 12 times make it කියන්නේ 4 නේ x to the power. What's 1 over 3 minus 1? What is it? Minus 2 over 3 නේ. මෙයා බිඳුවයි කියලා question එකේම කියනවා. So 0 වලට equal 0 looks like 6 equals a minus 4x. Okay. In the question they say the curve passes through a point 1 and minus 8. So I can take other side the 4x to the power minus 2 over 3, and I can write 4x positive 2 over 3 equals a, and x is given, what is it? 1. So 4 over 1 to the power any number is 1. You know that, right? Sorry, that is a, not 0. So what's a? A equals 4. Is it just 4? No. මෙතන කියන්නේ x is 27. Sorry, I did a mistake. Yeah, x is 27. So 27 can be written as 3 to the power what? If you are a good fellow who can remember the powers, 3 to the power 3 ne? Right? Positive 2 over 3 will expand now, 3 cancel. So 4 over 9 is 3 to the power 2 is 9. It's 8. So 4 over 9. Because they have given at what x value the gradient becomes, double differential becomes 0. So you can't use this x value for that. Okay, now a is known. Now they are asking a is known, a is 4 over 9. That's done. ඊළඟ question එක as always you have y fx. So to get that you have to get first thing f dash x මේක ගන්න ඕන. මේක අරගෙන ඒකෙන් තමයි අපි මේක ඉන්ටිග්‍රේට් කළොත් මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ? Now a is known නේ. මම a වෙනුවට a value එකක් දානවා. So if x is equal to a වෙනුවට 4 over 9 x. හරි. මෙයාව ඉන්ටිග්‍රේට් කළොත් මොකක්ද දෙන්නේ? fx නේද? So 4 over 9 integrated is what? 4 over 9x is 4 over 9x squared divided by 2. This you add 1 to the power, here power is 1, 2 divided by 2. Minus 12x, 1 over 3 plus 1 is how much? 4 over 3. So 4 over 3 divided by 4 over 3 plus c. මෙයා වෙනුවට දානවා දීලා තියෙන y එක. That's minus 8. And this is going to be 8 over, what's 4 over 9 divided by 2? 2 over 9. So 2 over 9, x is going to be 1 to the power 2. 1 to the power 2 is 1, okay? So, and this is going to be 36 over 12 divided by 4 over 3 is how much? 9. And it's minus 9. And x is again 1 to the power 4 over 3 plus c. It minus 8. Make a 1 is a minus 8 minus 2 over 9. And I'm taking this also. This is minus 9 the whole thing. It goes to other side as plus 9. So what is c? Can someone say me the c value? Minus 8 plus 9, that's 1. 1 minus 2 over 9 is how much? 7/9 නේද? මේ කැලෙන් එන උත්තරේ කීයද? C equals 7/9. Now still not done. You need to write the fx equation. Sorry, fx. So fx is equal to what? 2/9x squared minus 9x to the power 4/3 plus 7/9. With the you get the full marks of 4. Got it or not? Anyone has a question wherever you didn't understand? Aditya and Lamika, you have any questions?
No, sir. Got it.
No, sir.
Let's sit with the paper, right? So, alright then. So next time we'll be doing 2021 May June paper. So we have to do and keep. Okay? Alright then.
Thank you, sir.